All right, and welcome back to.
This is what we should know.
All right, there we go. Welcome back.
There we go.
Is this a day for technical problems? Is that the deal?
It's the rain. Blame it on
So-
the rain.
So we happen to be back here now, live back here from Phil Pugh Stadium. My goodness, my goodness. After got to pull an old Rodney Dangerfield line, I will be drinking early today.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah,
I can see
tell
it
ya.
on the DJ. I can see it.
But okay, we got the.
Hey, by the way, you got karaoke at the garage on Kids Up Way every Sunday night with DJ Joe Frank. This FYI, he wants to sing the song. K might show up. So after Sunday night football, hit me up the garage with DJ Joe Frank. Second half, here we go.
Okay, the Bulldogs will receive the football to start things off here in the second half. And remember, Clyde did a onside kick last week. This time the Kingston does not. Ball taken in bright lights at the 10-yard line. Bring across the 20, 25, 30 is the return man for the North Mason Bulldogs is Chris Arbogast, the junior. Gets it all the way out to the 32-yard line. You have some scores, Joe,
Yes,
to tell everybody out there?
Right here, buddy. I got thanks to some fine people here. First of all, let's start with Bremerton. Bremerton 0, Orty 14.
Marked in the Cardinals.
Bainbridge Island 0, Tumwater 28.
Whoa.
How about another one? Halftime at Olympic. What was Olympic? Yeah. Olympic is up 15-0 over Central Kitsap. 15-0 over Central Kitsap.
15-0 over
So-
I guess 30-0. I was wrong, but I thought Olympic might have a good hand in that.
So here's the deal. A bunch of zeros. Bremerton, Bainbridge, and Central Kitsap. Goose eggs.
Really curious to hear about the North Kitsap score, simply because it is the uniforms they're wearing for Coach Snyder. In remembrance of him, it says +1 on the back of the jerseys. I saw the jerseys, and of course, people were telling us over social media or text that should be the game we were over at Central Kitsap. I would have disagreed. I think North Kitsap may have been the game to get at, but also as a man, I promised Coach Goldeisen we'd get him on the air, and I hold true to my word.
So let me talk about Dave Snyder. I've known Dave Snyder for years, 20 years, maybe 25 years, and we played flag football against each other. He was also a girls coach with Penny for North Kitsap girls basketball. I also don't know. I'm a basketball official, so I've had Dave Snyder there too. Good friend of mine. My thoughts with Michelle, his wife. So it's a sad situation, but God bless Dave Snyder. Rest in peace. But I saw those uniforms, very nice.
And so for the North Kitsap Vikings, they hopefully will have Coach Snyder's gonna be watching over them tonight. And I'm not sure. I can't remember who North Kitsap is playing tonight, but go Vikings and hope everything works out well for them and not spoil a good evening. Bulldogs will hand off to Atencio left side, keeps his legs driving and does most of that work on his own. Goes from the 32-yard line, crosses the 35 to the 36, picks up 4 or 5 yards. Joe, almost all on his own.
Right off the bat, back to the horse. He's just powering right through the middle.
Caden Atencio over 100 yards in the first half. Goes the end on 150, 60 yards for the North Mason Bulldogs here against the Kingston Buccaneers. 11:16 to go here in the third quarter play. DJ Joe Frank, I'm Kevin Mack. Good game going on. 14-7, North Mason on top. They'll turn the handout to fumble in the backfield again. And it's not raining hard out there, but that field has absorbed some moisture on it. You can see it, and it's going to be causing havoc with the players on the field right now.
Nicely said there, Mac, because the ball can be very slippery. We do have an injury on the ground right now. Now that I got my binoculars, I can find out that number 67, but I think he just slipped. I think he got right up. He got just right up. He just slipped.
For the Kingston Buccaneers?
Yeah. So he's okay. He looks totally fine. So the parents are listening. Maybe see, I don't know, but he's fine.
And don't have him on a roster.
Well, on the roster, so.
Go figure. Nonetheless. Okay, brings up third down now, and 11 for the Bulldogs. So turn the hand off, and number 55 for the Kingston Buccaneers levied the boom on the ball carrier, Nick Whitback. The 6 foot, 200-pound junior goes, the buck stops here, pal. And it does. Brings up fourth down for the North Mason Bulldogs.
What a way to start. What a good way to start out for the Buccaneers. 3 and out. I assume you're not going to go for it. I don't see no punter. So we'll see what happens here.
Fourth down and long for the North Mason Bulldogs.
Go for it.
It's up to the line of scrimmage.
Oh my gosh.
And fourth down and 7 for the North Mason Bulldogs.
This is big.
Shotgun for Danner Jones as the Bulldogs going from left to our right. Rolls to their side underneath pressure. He's going to fire deep. It's going to be short and almost picked off at the 48-yard line. There was Josiah Knight, the 5'8 sophomore. And in and out of his hands. Incomplete. And the North Mason Bulldogs saw Danner Jones underneath pressure. Tried to fire it out to the near side. The pass is underthrown. Josiah Wright was there for Kingston. Almost picked it off. But the Kingston Buccaneers have great field position on the North Mason Bulldogs 35-yard line.
Wow, that's a pretty much gamble. I would have punted the ball. That's just me talking. But John must know something we don't know. But, hey, Buccaneers ball, golden opportunity for them.
Golden opportunities, as you were talking about during that halftime, maybe going overtime. I go, shut your mouth. As 14-7. Kingston looking to get the equalizer here with 9:35 to go here in the third. Shotgun again for the quarterback. He takes the snap, hands off right side. Again, the ball carrier this time is Josiah Knight, the 5'8 running back. Squirts over to the right side and between the hash marks. Picks up maybe a couple yards on the play, but flags will fly in the field all the way back at the Kingston 48-yard line.
I think we have an illegal motion against the Kingston.
Yeah.
Illegal motion.
Anything in the backfield is going to go against the offense, and that's...
Yeah, stay set. You got to be set. They're talking to their mics. The officials, they have their own microphones. And here comes the... They're still talking. Here comes the call.
appear across the
Yep.
field.
It is illegal motion. Yeah. Or illegal shift. Illegal shift.
So Bob Patterson lets us know. I can hear him a little bit better than I could last week. The public address announcer. Couldn't hear him much last week. Sometimes we rely on those guys too. All right. Here we go. Shotgun again formation for the Kingston Buccaneers. And their quarterback, DeJuan Swan. Pair number 10's on the field. Swan first fires over to the flat. Pass caught. Stays on his feet. Gets out to the outside as the receiver, Kyler Hedstrom, breaks a tackle and then picks up a Kingston Buccaneers first down.
Wow, perseverance trying to get the first down, go to the goal line. The Bucks are making their move.
So Hedstrom caught it, and he was hit immediately, but he bounced off the defender and then turned and headed upfield and picked up some good yardage on the play. First down for the Kingston Buccaneers. Have maneuvered their way now all the way to the North Mason Bulldogs, 23-yard line. Far hash mark going from our right to our left. Swan hands off in the backfield. And this time the ball carrier again for the Kingston Buccaneers is Robin Thatcher. Had both arms covering that football up as he crosses the line of scrimmage and picks up about maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they gang tackled him on that particular play. He got some few yards, but he got no gain. Apparently no gain.
It's about 5. I'd just give him 5 yards on the play. They haven't used the... So they haven't moved the ball marker yet. The marker on the field, sidelines. But there must be a flag on the field. They're moving the football back.
Yeah, holding against Kingston. Bring it back.
Oh, yeah, they call that yo-yo football. And so racing on the field for the Buccaneers, perhaps with a new play, is number 90. I would give him some love, but we won't have a number 90 on their roster. So Running on the back on the field.
So we got first down and forever. First down and forever. We get the first at the 10, 11-yard line.
First down and a long way. We'll call it about almost 20, about 18 yards to go for Kingston. And luckily for them, it's first down. Here's Swan racing out to the near side. Tripped up as he crosses the 30. Tripped up and falls down to the 28-yard line of the North Mason Bulldogs. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Does Swan. And he'll pick himself up, dry his hands off on his jersey as he gets the play from the sidelines from Ethan Goldeisen, their head coach, and trots back to the line of scrimmage, which is on the near hash mark at the 35-yard line where they're huddling up, and they'll clap hands and stroll to the football. Waiting for them as the Bulldogs on the 28-yard line. Second down and long for the Kingston Buccaneers. Shotgun again for Devon Swan. Turns and hands off. Nice hole for the ball carrier, Justin Knight. And he's still on his feet as he gets close to the 20-yard line. And then dropped at the 19-yard line. Nice job again, Josiah Knight, the 5'8", 175-pound sophomore running back for the Kingston Buccaneers. Picks up good yardage on the play. Gets down to the 19-yard line and be third down, and we'll call it 8 now for the Kingston Buccaneers after the penalty.
Yeah. Rumbling and stumbling and bumbling good old Justin. Right down the middle, running over players.
Good to come up with here. One man in the backfield with Swan is Knight. Surveying the situation is Swan. Low snap, picks it up, rolls near side, licks near side, throws near side, and overthrows him in the back of the end zone in the corner. Intended for Kyler Hedstrom, the 5'10" senior wide receiver for the Kingston Buccaneers, will bring up fourth down.
What do you do? What do you do, K-Mac?
Boy, you know, I'm not sure what kind of kicker they have, what kind of leg they have on them. It'd be a 38.
I saw the extra point. It was pretty strong.
So it'd be 19, 29, be a 36-yarder.
Yeah, they're going to kick it. They're going to kick it. Number 89.
So, 89.
Not there.
Tough break.
Or number 9. Could be number 9. I could be wrong.
Well, let's say number 9. So it's going to be Clayton Walker. He's a senior kicker.
Yep, it is Clayton Walker. It is Clayton Walker, yes.
The ball spot with a 19, 29, 36, 37-yard field goal for the Kingston Buccaneers. And the Kingston, well, you know, we're going to talk about this momentarily. As he talks about that, we will step aside and hear from our friends, Lisa, on the other end of things, by H&K Insurance. They're here for you. And on this end of things, the broadcast is presented by Bremerton 76. Brought to you in part by Almost Candid Photography, Los Cazadores Mexican Restaurant, Chiropractic Lifestyle Center for General Order of Eagles, Minute Day Spa, PC Parts and Service, and Tiny Mushroom Sign Shop, all help bringing Friday Night Lights High School football here at ISPSports.com. Okay, and well, the timeout by the Kingston Buccaneers. Let's see what they do when they break huddle, see what they have come up with, and Joe's got some.
So something's going on again. Once again, both coaches are in the middle of the field with Robert, the AD Thomas, for North Mason. So this wasn't a timeout. This is an administrative timeout. And they're right in the middle of the field at the 25-yard line. Something's up. They keep on pointing to the field. Could something wrong with the goalpost? I don't know what's going on, but they keep on interrupting. Do you know what's going on? Why don't you ask staff there? Do you know what's going on? They don't know. So when you get the AD involved, then something's up.
And they're going to.
I have no idea what's going on, but that's the second time that's happened. That's the second time that's happened. And John keeps on pointing to the goalpost. So something's up. I don't know. So I'm following Robert right now, the AD. He's going to the goalpost. I don't know. So I'm speculating here, and I don't want to do that, but something's up. So here we go.
Well, he walks over into the end zone and talking to just some people who are holding their kid over there, and don't see him do.
The kid's too loud.
But whoever we just talked to is leaving. There's a bouncy house over there or something. So
I don't know. But here we go. They're gonna go field goal. What is this? Is a 35-yard field goal? 35.
Text him.
Good idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Go ahead, Rob. What's up, pal?
Yes, that's a great idea. Oh, DJ Joe Frank says it right time.
Here's the kick. Line drive kick. It looks good. And it is good. A 36-yard field goal by Chayton Walker has narrowed the gap now. It's the Bulldogs 14 and the Kingston Buccaneers 10. So the Buccaneers close the gap. Kingston. So that's 10 unanswered points by the Kingston Buccaneers. That comes with 6:38 to go in the third quarter. It's 14-10 now.
North Mason is using profanity against our kids.
Bulldogs using some profanity, maybe directed at the Kingston Buccaneer players, and you can't do that.
Where are the fans? I don't see them. Oh, over there?
Oh, maybe.
No, the players are calling our players bad words.
Okay, so it's directed at the Kingston players by the North Mason players. And,
That is so disappointing.
and you know, John Fulton's not going to put up with that.
No, that's so disappointing. You know what? I'm a basketball official. We've had history on that before. Years ago. So I just hope that this is not another trend. But you're right, John be all over that.
Yeah, but it's happened recently. It's like in, I think Bainbridge they had a like last year they were talking words that you can't say and are socially unacceptable nowadays. Here's a kick by the Chayton Walker, going to be taken in and jumped on at the 18-yard line. Boy, that ball is slippery out there, and this time they tried to pick it up off the kick by Walker, and just ended up having to jump on it. So 14-10 is the Buccaneers with 10 unanswered points now. Has stifled. So we just have to have them clean this one window now. They clean those.
Hey, this is your school. You need to talk about that.
I'll bring my own Windex out here next time. Get things done. All right, underneath center's Danner Jones. Turn the hand off and squirting up the middle and jumping and eluding tacklers is the ball carrier, Paulie Calafori, the sophomore running back. A nice running job on the play. Gets very close to first down. Picks up, trying to see where they're going to put this one down at the 28-yard line. So picks up 9 yards on the play. And he picks up 10 yards. Going to be a first down. Nice job. 10-yard pickup by Calafori. Moves the chains to the North Mason Bulldogs. Up the run by Calafori. Jones underneath center. Barking out the signals. Now will pop up. Maybe change the play. Sneaking up and showing blitz to the Kingston Buccaneers. Now they'll back off defensively. Turn the hand off in the backfield. And the Buccaneers are there to meet them. And there to make the stop was Josiah Knight. Good job by Josiah Knight.
The intensity for the Buccaneers have definitely gone up, and I think that the Bucs have come back in the second half. They're playing very well on defense, and we got a ball game, 14-10.
And they're stopping the run for the North Mason Bulldogs. Second down and 10 for North Mason. After picking up a first down. Be second down and we'll call it 11 after the loss on the play, after the nice play by Josiah Knight to make the stop. Back to pass to Jones, rolling to the near side, being chased from behind. Turns and fires, intended for Dunham. And there, to tip the ball away for the Kingston Buccaneers was Kyler Hedstrom, the 5'10 senior. Getting a ball up there, deflect that out of bounds, intended for Dunham, who had a big game last week, has yet to catch a pass this week.
I guess they watched film on him. They must have watched film on him, and that has to be it because not cut one ball yet.
And again, Jones rolling outside the numbers, close to the sidelines, and then trying to get it to Dunham, and good defense by the Kingston Buccaneers, and Kyler Hedstrom that time was the man of the moment for Kingston. Brings up third down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball on their 27-yard line. Here's a pitch to the near side of Atencio. Breaks a tackle there. Tries to squirt outside the numbers. Runs over a would-be tackler at the 30. Runs over Reese Hernandez at the 30-yard line and is dropped there. It's a flag at the 29.
Tipped his head.
And so we'll have to see what the call is going to be there.
I hope this is not what I think it is. I hope it's not what I think of targeting, which I doubt it, but I'm not speculating here. Once again, they're getting together. Where's my binoculars? There we go.
I hope not. For Atencio, he lowered. He went down as low as anybody, and I don't know if you want to, what you expected the defender to do.
Here comes the call. It's in between the lines. What's in between the lines is fair game, and that's what they're. That's exactly what they're talking about. Is it in between the lines? That's what they're asking right now. Yep, there it is, targeting against the offense. 20 against.
So if Atencio is Atencio going to be allowed to stay in this game, or is he going to be ejected? I think he's going to be ejected, isn't he?
That's a good question because it was in between the lines. Because if it's in between the lines, it's not an ejection. That's why he pointed down the grass.
Okay. Well, it's going to bring up third down and forever for the North Mason Bulldogs after they march off to penalties. Calafori comes out. Powell goes out. Tanner Jones runs out to try to get the play from the sidelines from Coach Fillington. As defense shuffles in and out for the Kingston Buccaneers. Bulldogs will break huddle. And we have a timeout called by the Kingston Buccaneers. They take a timeout to make sure they get everything, all their ducks in order.
I think that's the first one because that one's administrative. So that must be the first timeout.
So 4:29 to go here in the third. 14-10. Bulldogs clinging now to a 10-0 lead. They had a 14-0 lead at one point after the Bulldogs exploded in front. Now for the Buccaneers, they get
unanswered points.
10 unanswered points.
Yep. And they're going to get the ball in good field position. The Bucks have come back in the second half, ready to play football.
Yep, the touchdown was a reception by the Kingston Buccaneers by Justin Stewart. And then Justin Stewart also then we had a field goal in the not so long ago here in the third quarter by Chaden Walker from 36 yards, making it 14-10. So Bulldogs will race back down the field after the timeout. See what they have drew up on the sidelines. And Tanner Jones will operate out of the shotgun. Atencio goes in motion out to the left side. Jones going to keep it himself. Crosses the left side, stays on his feet, gets out to the 25, and is dropped there. In on the stop for the Kingston Buccaneers was Devon Swan, 5'6" senior.
So John's definitely playing it safe. Now would have to play some defense because I'm pretty sure he's hoping for a good punt. Hopefully past the 50-yard line, but we'll see what goes.
Shifting back for the Kingston Buccaneers, return to kick is Justin Stewart. We all know what he can do.
Yes, exactly. What an athlete. This guy's an athlete. Stewart. Number 11, back there, Stewart and
Hedstrom.
Yep, Hedstrom.
Here's the kick from Tanner Jones.
Point.
Line drive, and it's being taken at the 40-yard line by Hedstrom. He thought about going right, then he goes to the near side, swarmed down at the 47, and dropped there. Caden Atencio won the Bulldogs in on the stop for the Bulldogs. Also there for North Mason was Paulie Calafori. And Kingston will have great field position here with 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter play. Looking to take the lead over the North Mason Bulldogs.
So I finally found the word, what's going on here. And there's a new rule that started last year. If you say there's an unsportsmanlike conduct word, stop has to be played. You have to stop the game and acknowledge that immediately. So that's exactly what's going on.
Okay.
It happened twice.
What would happen?
That's confirmed.
What would happen if it happens a third time?
I would think two different players, so it'd probably be ejection.
Buccaneers on the 48-yard line, turn the handoff in the backfield to Josiah Knight. swarmed on by the North Mason Bulldogs defense. And there to make the stop for the Bulldogs was Robert Hickerson. Haven't mentioned his name too much tonight, but he's on the stop that time for the Bulldogs. And after a 2-yard loss that time by the Buccaneers, 2nd down and 12. Ball sitting at their own 46-yard line.
So in high school basketball, if you say something improper, we stop the game. If you do it again, you're ejected. That's the player. So he's been stopped twice. I would assume 2 different players. Yep.
Kingston Buccaneers will send Reese Hernandez out to the far side. Shotgun. No, underneath center is Swan. They drop the football, and Swan will jump on it back at the 40-yard line. Talking about a wet football all night long.
It's wet. It's wet out there.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down and very, very long now for the Kingston Buccaneers. They'll move this ball all the way back to, I believe, the 40-yard line. 39 to be exact. So they got to get, that's 5, 9, 14.
I would say 30 to 16.
Yep. So, long way to go for the Kingston Buccaneers. And they have the weapons to do it. 2:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Where's Stewart? Number 3's lining up way on top of your screen.
Stewart and Hernandez split to the far side. Shotgun for Swan. He's back to pass to left. He looks. He's going to throw and hit as he throws.
That's a good thing.
And nice play. Was that Dunham in on this? That was Derek Dunham.
That was
hitting.
Yes, he was.
Hitting Swan as he throws the football and flutters incomplete. Brings that 4th down. The Kingston Buccaneers will have no recourse, but they have to punt the football away back to the North Mason Bulldogs.
Wow, that was no one touched him. He came out clean. Came out clean, got him pretty good.
Ray McFarland drifting back to punt for to return the kick for the North Mason Bulldogs. And back to kick for the Kingston. Jayden Walker, who kicked a 36-yard field goal not too long ago, will get ready to punt the football. Has 3 men in front of him to help protect him. Here's a kick. Good pressure. High kick. Taking it the other way back. He loses his defender. Cross at 25, 30. At the 30. Cuts up at the 32, but we have a block in the back at the 21-yard line. So that return will get back. I don't think there's a person in the house that missed that one.
We all got that. See, that's what happens when you cut across the field. It's so tempting not to hit that.
It's just like when they reverse directions. It's so tempting just to not block in the back.
I know.
But you want to get a body on somebody. You want to knock somebody down, and it always seems to happen that way. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to Friday Night Lights High School Football Edition here on ISPN Sports Facebook, and then we'll have it on YouTube as well later on for you tonight. I did forget it, but I didn't forget your binoculars, but I did forget the speakers, so we couldn't run the commercials. Is be lost tonight. They're going to march football back from the 21, where the infraction happened, and they're going to move it back to the 11-yard line.
Boy, if the bus can stop here and get good field position, that'd be great.
Well, it's been a defensive battle here in the 3rd quarter. 1:45 to go.
We know second half is all about adjustments, and I think the Buccaneers have come out better with adjustments this second half.
There we go. Henry center, Danner Jones. He's going to turn and hand off to Atencio. Breaks out to the hands to the far side, gets outside the numbers, and chopped down at the 20. And the injured man down for Kingston. And so Stewart is down. And you see if it might be a cramp.
That'd be great.
Yep.
Would be great.
Looks like it's a cramp because they're extending that leg and then.
And please excuse me, we're not doctors, and I apologize. We don't want to speculate.
I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn last night.
But from here, it looks like it's a cramp, which is a good thing. I hate cramps. In the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
I hate cramps.
Yeah, if whoever's listening doesn't have them yet, you get them.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Hope you think about us. Yeah, it's a cramp.
Those midnight, those cramps, and when you're trying to just move out, get out of bed or something, are the worst.
Oh my gosh, it is, isn't it?
And you realize you can feel it coming, so you try to stretch out your leg again, and maybe it will stop.
All right, you know he's good when the trainer's in touch.
That's right. I need a trainer at home. All right, so good for Justin Stewart, to get off the field.
Great tackle.
And nice tackle, yeah.
He doesn't tackle him, he's gone.
He's a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah. What an athlete. He's a great athlete.
So the North Mason Bulldogs now, second down and short, after the 9-yard run by Caden Atencio. He's Tanner Jones underneath center. Center man in motion. And a turning the hand off again. This time it is Atencio again, flung down. And isn't a stop for the Buccaneers. That time swing him down was, we don't have a 67, so nice stop by him. Maybe, so we'll call him, I don't know if I've seen a 69 out there.
There is no 69.
So,
It's 67. There is no,
yeah, no 67.
there's nothing on the card.
No. So, sorry, man, but nice play. 67. Nice play. So, it brings up first down for the Bulldogs nonetheless. First down and 10. Going from our left to our right for the North Mason football, Bulldogs. Jones underneath center turns the hands off again to Atencio. And he is met in the backfield and dropped and swarmed on back at the 25-yard line.
67.
And also there, the guy who picking himself up the bottom of the pile is Cheyenne Damien, the 5'8", 250-pound sophomore. Picking himself up off the bottom of the pile. Brings up second down and long for the Bulldogs. Is a nice defensive stop. Clock with 1 second on the third quarter, and you hear the buzzer in the background, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Well, the Kingston Buccaneers have scored 10 unanswered points. As we march to the fourth quarter plays, the Bulldogs 14 and the Kingston Buccaneers 10. We'll be back.
Oh, we got a ball game. All right, let's do this.
Okay, welcome back to the broadcast. And Bloomington 76. Proud presenter of the broadcast tonight, as they always are. Headlining the broadcast. Bloomington 76 have a great deli.
You always get me hungry at this point.
Oh, look at that grilled bacon cheeseburger they got there. Oh, my goodness.
You always get me hungry on this.
Biscuits and gravy every day. Half order, full order, whatever you want. All right, there we go. Jones, hands off. That is Paulie Calafori. He's just kind of sprinting up the hash mark. Gets up close to the 35-yard line, just shy. Call it the 34. Brings up third down from short for the Bulldogs.
Is that one number 42? Robert Hickerson? Who ran that ball? What was that?
That was 21, I believe, Paulie Calafori. Splits to the near side. Over for the Bulldogs will be Chris Arbogast.
They're down.
One man split to the far side. Jones back to pass. He's going to look right, going to roll out. He's going to toss and pass caught at the 50-yard line and just tossed out of bounds. But there with the catch for the North Mason Bulldogs was Dylan Perdeau, the junior wide receiver for the Bulldogs. Moves the chains to the Buccaneers' 49-yard line.
Yes, very nice. A very, very good route. In and out, wide open. Hit it, out of bounds.
Well, moves the football ahead to the 49 and moves the chains. And most importantly for the Bulldogs, with 11:08 to ticking here in the fourth quarter, moving that clock as we have just entered the fourth quarter play. and they need to get their offensive gear. They've not done much since the second quarter of play. Here's a quarterback sneak by Jones, and he crosses the 45 down at the 44-yard line of the Kingston Buccaneers.
Wow, that was pretty smart by the quarterback. He sees the blitz, he comes in, he goes out. He did it on his own, correct.
So that's to be 2nd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. Ball in the far hash mark. Bulldogs wearing their dark jerseys with a hint of blue and the shiny blue helmets.
I think they were powder buff blue.
I'm not sure what color. I'm colorblind. They changed the colors since I played back in the day a little bit. There's a handoff again to Atencio. Right tackle. Squirts through to the 40. Close to a first down. Just shy. 3rd down and short for the North Mason Bulldogs. Call it 3rd down and about 2 for North Mason. Both teams trying to power the football tonight on the ground.
Exactly. And that's they get the first down here. They're pretty close to scoring position.
And John Fulton wants to use that clock.
Bleed that clock.
Knows the football just across the 40-yard line of the Kingston Buccaneers. 3rd down and short. Bulldogs break huddles. They clap hands, go up to the 40-yard line. Both crowds in full throat on both sides. The defense for the Kingston Buccaneers fans is up there, and then they'll have hand off outside. And the Bulldogs will pick up the first down as Danner Jones, keeping the ball himself, gets the first down as the blitz was coming up the middle for the Kingston Buccaneers. He saw it. He recognized that. He then scored it outside, picks up a big first down for the North Mesa Bulldogs, gets the football out to the 33 of the Kingston Buccaneers.
And I think John told him that, you see the blitz and find the gap, hit it.
So the Bulldogs will break huddle again. Clap hands as they stroll up to the line of scrimmage up here. Split to the near side for the Bulldogs. One of them is going to be Dylan Perdot. The other one is Arbogast, but they'll hand off to the right side nonetheless. And they'll get some positive yardage on the play.
So John, the head coach John, he loved that. He put his head down. He just ran over that defensive back.
Hear the band rumbling. Far side, there they are on the left side of the bleachers across from us. Nice crowd base here tonight for North Mason Bulldogs. Braving it. You can sure tell the summer weather is turned in a hurry. 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 3 for the Bulldogs. Hand off to Atencio, right guard. Goes over him, stays on his feet. Dragging tacklers with him to the 15-yard line. And down at the 15-yard line. Caden Atencio again, picking up a good positive yardage on the play. A 15-yard run by Caden Atencio again. He's got to be over or close to 200 yards rushing tonight for the North Mason Bulldogs.
So basically what's going on here, this is a winning drive for the Bulldogs. They punch it in here. 2-score game under what, 8 minutes?
Under 8 minutes, 7:42 to go. Taking some time off the clock, a time-consuming drive by the Bulldogs.
The Bucks got to step up here. They got to step up.
Bulldogs race to the line of scrimmage. One-man split to the near side. And that is Perdot. So again, they'll take it right side. And that's Caden Atencio running with purpose. Gets into the end zone. From 15 yards out, Caden Atencio running hard for the North Mason Bulldogs. Gets into the end zone, a 15-yard touchdown run.
What a ball game this individual's having. He's going to be close to 200 yards. That same play, counter in, counter out, touchdown.
That makes it 20-10, pinning the extra point. With 7:21 to go in the fourth quarter of play. And here's the extra point by Powell. Except for the right-footed kick, here it is. Over the outstretched hands of the Kingston Buccaneers, sails through. It was 7:21 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. It's now the Bulldogs 21 and the Kingston Buccaneers 10. And that was a big drive by the North Mason Bulldogs. I can't remember where this drive started, but it was about a 55-yard drive or so.
Yeah, what they did is I'm pretty sure John got with the offensive linemen and said, guys, we got to finish this drive. Let's go win this ball game. and they pounded down the throats of the Bucks.
So for the Kingston Buccaneers, time is not on their side. And you know what you're going to see now from Ethan Goldeisen? They're going to see the quarterback, DeJuan Swan, start hucking that baby up in the air and going deep. We were here last week, and I'm not talking bad about the Clahalia coaches that were up here, not at all. But after a couple of things that had transpired during the game, I heard him quip that, that's when the Bulldogs went in for the final touchdown at the end.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
And they said, well, go ahead, let them have it, because that's the only win they're going to have this year. Well, the Bulldogs is on the verge of winning back-to-back football games to start off things here in the 2024 campaign. Kick is taken at the 17-yard line, veering in between defenders and the ball return man. And that looks like it was number 25 returning to kick that time for the Kingston Buccaneers. Jesse Bowen, a 5'10", 170-pound senior, gives good positive yardage out to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop there. To the Kingston Buccaneers. The senior quarterback, DeJuan Swan, will huddle up back at the 19 in the break huddle and come out to the 25-yard line. Waiting for them is the black and blue of the North Mason Bulldogs. I don't even see if they even have a logo on their helmet. Do you see it for the Bulldogs?
Oh, that's a good question.
We used to have a Bulldog on one side. It used to be North Mason a long time ago. There's a handoff in the backfield and nothing doing.
Yeah.
Here's a Dunham on the stop.
Let me use my binoculars.
Yes.
Just for the record.
At least you can say it.
Yeah. Just for the record, the Bulldogs do not have a logo under. It's all blue.
We used to have an NM, and then we had NM on their helmets, I believe, and then years ago they had a Bulldog on the side of their helmets, and now it's just maybe there's. I'm gonna have to ask them about that, see if they plan on doing something like that, because even Pittsburgh has one on one side of theirs. They have one side where it's not. Okay, here we go. Big drive coming up for the Kingston Buccaneers. See what they do. Low snap. Swan will pick it up the turf, fire out to the flat far side, complete. Out to the 38-yard line. The pass caught by Justin Stewart again. He's a pesky little bug. He's everywhere for the Kingston Buccaneers, and a heck of a player is Stewart. He's a senior this year. And for Kingston,
We're in a two-score game.
6 minutes and ticking. No time to mess around here. I'm surprised they haven't gone to some kind of a no huddle. So Swan out of the shotgun, digging in defensively. The Bulldogs. Here comes Dunham off the edge, and Swan is swarmed on the penetration up the middle, gets out to the edge, pushed out of bounds there by North Mason. In on the stop was number 42 for the Bulldogs. That's Robert Hickerson, the junior defender, and after a modest gain, we'll call it a 6-yard pickup that time by the quarterback, DeJuan Swan. But
we got a flag. It's going to be. I think it's going to be. We got a flag.
Is it on sidelines?
Sideline warning?
Yep, sideline warning. That's exactly what it is.
And I was maybe.
Against Kingston, sideline warning.
And it's hard to do, too. See, with that white line that's there. You see it. I mean, that's why they have that white line there. Is looking like dots. Commander Cody. Right? Commander Cody. White lines looking like dots. Here's another running play up to the 39-yard line. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
So what the Bulldogs are now, they're just pinning their ears back, and they're just rushing now. They're just going to go for it.
I'm surprised they're running the football. I mean, at this magnitude with 5:19 to go here in the fourth quarter of play, rather trying to push the ball down the field. But like I said, the Bulldogs are pinning their ears back. They know that no matter what they do, they're just going to pin their ears back and then put the pedal to the metal, and here we come.
Exactly.
And the one Swan, he's had a good night, the 5'8", 175 senior quarterback. And for the seniors that Ethan Goldeisen has, he's got some good players and a good nucleus of team to finish off his second year as head coach. He'll get some wins this year. You know that's going to happen. Here's a handoff again, and nothing doing. Again, Stewart, the ball carrier, and he's swarmed on in the backfield again by North Mason. One of them was Ryan Wright, the senior defensive tackle.
You got a timeout, Kingston.
And Kingston's going to take a timeout to see what they're going to do with 4:37 to go. Well, I know we have to get Caden Atencio's take about all this.
Where's George? Looking for time for George.
And
George would have to take care of that.
well, you know, George, he's staying local.
Stay local.
He's like Chambers. Oh, Central Kitsap is a place to be.
Does he live in Silverdale?
Who?
George.
I'm not sure where he lives.
George, we got to talk about that.
I've been to his house once. I think it's East Bremerton somewhere. I don't think it's Silverdale. East Bremerton somewhere. But
He'll be all over that status.
oh yeah, I know Portune used to live in a hobbit hole a long time ago.
Go and preach on that. Just go and preach. Oh, Jim.
He's Buccaneers will break huddle.
So I got a score here.
Okay, here we go.
I got Olympic 29 to 6. 7 minutes to go.
29 to 6. Central Kitsap. And pounded by the Olympic Trojans, who could win the Olympic League this year. Here's again. Swan sees a man come off the edge. And off the edge was for the Bulldogs, Carson Morris. Was shot off a cannon on the far side, comes in and sacks Swan. And that was fourth down. Going to be the North Mason football Bulldogs with 4:31 to go, taking over in Buccaneers territory at the 25. And when you talk about coming out the edge, he was shot out like out of a cannon. That's the... And again, I had Jeff Weibel on the KMAX show, which you can hear Thursdays here on Mega Talk Radio from 6 to 8. We had a football preview on, and Jeff Weibel's got a whole new team. Here's a pitch to the near side, and it's like Paul. It's like again, Paul DiCalafori, the sophomore running back, is chopped out of bounds by a defender for the Kingston Buccaneers. I think it goes against 67. I think a flag on the play as well. And it's going to go against 67 for him. And luckily for him, we don't have a 67. .429 to go here in the fourth.
So it's holding against the Bulldogs.
So that will move. That will give March the football back. As they take over on downs from the Kingston Buccaneers, be first down now and first and 20 for the Bulldogs. Ball marched all the way back to the 35. Need to get to the 15-yard line for a first down. And is Danner Jones still the quarterback? It's going to peek in to see. It looks so. Still is. And Atencio still the deep back. The tailback in the backfield. Take the hand off to right side. Tries to break outside number to 30, 25. Hurdles him in. That's at 19. And down the sideline he goes. And he is very close to the end zone. He does. Gets in from 35 yards out. Now we'll push him over 200 yards rushing
with the leap
for today.
With the leap. You rewind that, guys.
Man.
What a run. Rewind it when you get a chance.
And I'll see if I can't cut that out of there.
I did get it.
You didn't get it?
I got it. I
I'm
got it. With the leap.
Yeah, had to leap, man. That's a 35-yard touchdown run by Caden Atencio. Puts him over 200 yards rushing.
Hold on. We got a flag. Uh-oh.
And please don't march that one back. Please pick up the flag.
Oh, bring it back. Holding against the Bulldogs.
Oh, man. That's still a heck of a run, though, by Caden Atencio. He hurdles the defender and then races down the far sideline into the end zone.
They're going to use that for his college recruitment.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Wow.
Caden Atencio, and he's still a junior. We got one more year highlight running from him. Just going to push the football back to the 40-yard line. Sorry, Caden.
Very excited.
But we'll still talk to him about that after the game.
Blitz.
Got to cross that off here because that no longer counts as run over up the middle. And again, that time it was Caden Atencio again, the ball carrier. Nothing doing like last play for him. 4 minutes and ticking here now in the fourth quarter of play. Second down and long, still for the North Mason Bulldogs after the penalty. But the clock ticking away with 11-point lead. It's almost safe enough for John Fullington to win his second straight game as the North Mason football coach. 2-0.
They're going to go 2-0.
Boy, when's the last time the Bulldogs went 2-0? It's been a while.
1900s?
Probably since the last time I played my senior year. Or no, actually 82 when they won the state championship. Chris Rock and Greg Guidi. Here's a handoff. Caden Atencio picking his way through traffic. And he is met at the 28. Keeps those legs going. Keeps those legs going, and he's finally tossed out of bounds. I think a flag comes in late at the 20-yard line. After Caden Atencio, he doesn't run the ball. He just he delivers the punishment. Does Caden Atencio while running it?
Well, there is a flag. And I'm checking that right
Came in late.
Yes, it could be. Well, I'm not explaining. Roberts all over it. Came from the back judge.
So Rob Schauger, had a good game for him as all his team down there on the field.
So there's no official yet. What's the preliminary? Here we go. We got.
Kind of like what the following for the Kingston Bucks down below. Nice crowd for them here on this side of the field.
Okay. After the run, personal foul against Kingston. Unnecessary roughness. 15 yards.
Been a rough football game out there.
And with no sportsmanlike conduct by North Mason, that just kind of like makes it worse. So.
And I'm sure Kingston felt like they could probably come here to North Mason and knock off the Bulldogs, and probably rightly so. They do have some great talent on here, and just a few different things happen tonight. This could be a different score we're seeing up on the scoreboard. 3:13 to go, 21-10. It was a 14-10 ball game. Bulldogs get the lone touchdown here in the second half.
So first and goal at the 10. We get a first down.
Josu Atencio again picks his way through traffic, dragging tacklers along with him, and finally dropped around the 4-yard line. Caden Atencio looking to get into the end zone again. Atencio, 50-yard touchdown run. He gets in from
He's over 200
2 yards out
He's over 200 yards.
for his second touchdown. Then he gets in again. He has 3 touchdowns, looking for his 4th touchdown. He's over 200 yards rushing and one big leap over a Kingston Buccaneer.
You think we should be tucked in tonight?
You know, his mom will probably kill us.
His mom will definitely kill us.
We go, no, we're going to. Here's a handoff again to Atencio. Picks his way. He has a good blocking in front of him. And he waltzes into the end zone from 10 yards out.
Touchdown number 4.
That's his 4th touchdown of the evening.
Another flag. It's getting chippy.
So a 10-yard touchdown makes it 27-10, pending the extra point. North Mason Bulldogs.
He's probably going to go against North Mason. Number 74, Black.
And looking at the roster,
It's getting chippy.
It's been borderline out all night long, and then, of course, we've had 2 huddled up by the referees and the athletic directors and coaches and all that earlier in the game. And it was reported that the Bulldogs players were
Using foul language, not proper.
using naughty language to the opposing team.
Here comes the call. Touchdown's good. Yep. Against the
Kingston Buccaneers. Probably assess that on the kickoff, perhaps.
Yep, exactly.
2:25 to go here in this one. 27-10. Bulldogs on top. Caden Atencio will get our attention after the game on the field.
And his mom will be right beside us.
Yeah, you know she will. Probably with a gun if we don't get her son on the air this week. I was on the way home last week, and I go, should have told me, hey, go get him if I'd have known earlier. So if anybody ever says, hey, get our son on the air? We'll stick around for one more. Don't you worry. Wherever we're at, we'll get you on, pal.
And we'll talk to John. We'll talk to John.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk to John. We can get to him in time. I don't think Jeff Graham will be in our way this year.
Jeff's at Central Kitsap.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Central Kitsap. Big draw there. By everybody, it's seeing a blowout. And we've seen actually a pretty competitive game here tonight.
It was competitive. It was. Till late third quarter. It was.
Here's the kick by Powell to make it 28-10 Bulldogs. With 2:25 to go.
So let me summarize what happened here. It was 14-10, late third quarter, and Kingston kicked to North Mason, and ever since then, they pounded down the ground. They just pounded through the rush.
Bulldogs, both teams, good running games. Bulldogs, Caden Atencio really showing his mark, what he can do for the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs won the fourth quarter. That's what it comes down to. They just pinned it down, just ran down the throat. Number 23.
And if you're, especially if you're John Fullington, he's looking at the roster going, yeah, he's only a junior.
He's only a junior, that's right.
The Buccaneers will look to return the kick. Bulldogs will kick it off from the 45-yard line of Kingston.
They're moving the football for them.
Yep. All the way up to the Kingston 45.
Yep.
And back to return the kick is Connor Much. And at the far side of the field, it's Connor Hedstrom to return the kick for the two deep men for the Kingston Buccaneers. One of the up men is number 23, which you don't have one of those. Yikes.
Nice shoes, dude.
Okay, here we go. The run up by Powell. And a kick to the far side. Hedstrom's going to take it at the 8. Going to try to pick his way through and really know where to go. And then swarmed on by the Bulldogs, trying to rip the ball out of there. He stays on his feet. And stays. There's more flags. You can see that coming.
8 white.
You can see it coming because he wouldn't go down. And there's the grabbing and the tugging and the pulling and everything else that goes along with it.
Number 8 white. 8 white took a shot.
And Trevor Stanton.
Yep. That foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Buccaneers.
Against Buccaneers. You know, speaking of this type of game, we were playing Vashon over at Vashon.
Vashon, the big V.
And it was this type of game, and some of the Vashon players were talking to some of the cheerleaders, and of course a bunch of us ran over there, and one of our players, there's a scuffle, and some other players were there. I didn't get into the fray of all that, but one of our players took one in the mommy and daddy buttons with a swift kick, and I remember him laying. He probably wished he had left well alone, but that's how these things go. So there might be privy for these teams to be exiting Phil Pugh Stadium separately.
Oh my God! So unfortunately, number 8 of Kingston, he's been ejected. He has been ejected.
Yeah. There he goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
Being ushered off the field.
Unfortunately, Trevor Stanton has been ejected.
So Stanton, his day is done, and
Unfortunately. All right, well, let's continue. Let's just go home, guys. Let's hope control our tempers.
2:10 to go. Like I said, it might be a wise decision to have both teams exit at 2 different times. Yeah.
Run the football, get out of here.
So seeing that big number 42 reminds me of Reese Smelser from a few years ago, the big running back for, and then Dylan Topolo. Remember those two running backs they had back then?
Yeah.
Boy, I'm surprised that team didn't do a lot better than they did, but with Smiller and Dylan DiPolo running the football for the North Mason Bulldogs. But they have some new guys, and it's for Calafori and Atencio, and there's a snap over the head. It's going to go through the back of the end zone for a safety, and the Bulldogs will tack on 2 more points. It's going to be 30-10 after the Kingston safety.
What a turn of events. So it was 14-10, and the 16-0 run. 16-0, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, 16-0, yeah. Wow. Well,
The Bulldogs now will get the football off the punt now from the safety from the Kingston Buccaneers, and for all practical purposes, try to run the ball a couple times, get a first down, and salt this one away.
get that interview.
And we'll head down and go down and talk to Caden and talk to Coach Fullington.
Is Bob involved too?
Yeah. Okay, so not a bad sounding band there for the North Mason Bulldogs over there.
They sound good, don't they?
Don't they?
Wow, especially when you win, they sound good. Right?
Yes.
Especially you're on
Hey
the
man,
line.
I've been to some stadiums, man, where the dogs started howling from the nearby houses.
Yep.
Where are going, what? But that band sounds pretty good. And then I know the Olympic Trojan Marching Band, they've been good for a long, long time.
Olympic?
The old Olympic Trojans, yeah,
yeah.
their band's been solid for so long. Well, 2:07 to go in this one.
Last year.
8:59,
Last
what?
week, but we got to hear by another hour.
Yeah, we got. I think we left here at 9:45, something like that.
Yeah, we did. Jeez.
Right here, well, kind of drug on here a little bit here in the fourth quarter with all the sportsmanlike penalties and flags here in the fourth quarter, making up for perhaps a long fourth quarter. But for John Fullington, he's going to walk away with this one with a win. Here's the kick because they don't punt it with the NFL. Here's going to be taken and recovered and dropped at the 44-yard line.
So hopefully John can learn what he learned from last week. Just be modest and run the clock down. You know what I'm saying? I hope so.
So I think they're going to bring in a backup quarterback, and I think that's going to be Kyler Hedstrom.
They all should be backups now.
And
Both teams.
Calafori's in as going to be running back. Hedstrom's going to be the quarterback. I mean, not Kyler, Kyler Hedstrom. Hey, both teams have a Kyler Hedstrom. You see it? Oh, no. Wait a second. 11. Carson Morris. There we go. Oh, that was just blew my mind. I'm going, what?
Timeout, North Mason.
Well, the Bulldogs will call him timeout. And they're going, here's what we're going to do.
This is what we're going to do. This is how we do it.
So, Bulldogs are coming away, and they're going to go 2-0.
Yep. So next week,
Kingston, a tough loss last week, 12-6. They're going to go 0-2.
So next week we're in where? Olympic.
We'll be at Olympic. North Kitsap at Olympic. Always a big game over there.
Second Olympic, and Dennis will be by our side, and George will be there.
And I might set this stuff up at home and call Dennis and go, okay, how we looking, pal? Well, Tuesday was back at Olympic College for my
volleyball.
24th season, Olympic
I
College.
saw that. Volleyball. So I'm going into my 30th year in my basketball.
Wow.
College basketball. 30 years. That goes fast.
Right. I look back and it was all gone. It was all the way started like in 2020. I think 20 was filling in for Port Tune, and 21 I got a phone call from Barry Janish. Hey, want to do some baseball? And here we are. Here in 2025, practically doing it all.
Who's number 7? Is that right?
So the quarterback now is going to be Reed Schumacher. And then he's will turn the hand off. This time Justin Orlando. Here's a good name for you, Justin Orlando. Springs across the 50 to the 48 of the Kingston Buccaneers.
Orlando.
Just shy of a first down.
Orlando. We got a timeout. We got a timeout. We got an injury timeout.
Injury timeout. Where's he at?
I'm 66 right in front of you.
I don't know if he's all right.
No, we got timeout Kingston. Timeout Kingston.
There he goes. He helps out. He's going to limp off the field.
Yeah.
That's
He's standing.
Cheyenne Damien to 5'8",
Oh, God. You want these kids to be
250 pounder.
healthy.
He's 250 pounds. He's
How good is he?
he's a sophomore.
Oh, gosh. So,
Is it probably his parents probably had to get a second job so they can feed him? I remember when I was playing football, Joe. I'd get home from school, either before I was driving or I had to take the bus, and then after practice, probably I was driving because I'd get home after football practice, and then I would eat like a box of banquet chicken.
yeah.
And my mom would finally get home and go, "Hey, what's for dinner?" "All right, here's a handoff." Again, the ball carrier is Justin Orlando, spun down at the 45-yard line and pick up a 3 yards on the play by Justin Orlando and picks up a Bulldogs first down. Going to move the chains, and the clock keeps ticking with 1:42 to go. And for those watching on social media, and for those who will be watching on YouTube, on the ISBN Sports Facebook page and or our YouTube page, or just listening in on the broadcast podcast, we'll have the Cater and Atencio interview following this game later on. Okay, here is a Schumacher underneath center. Those blue helmets glistening into the evening light off the lights here at the stadium, and they run forward up to the 40-yard line again. Nice run on the play by Orlando. 4-yard pickup on the play. And this might be one last run or a kneel down by the North Mason Bulldogs as... Whoops, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We got to get ready here.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Bob, for announcing, for listening to the broadcast, and I appreciate that. An accomplished announcer, Bob Patterson.
Bob's a legend in Belfair.
Next year, I'm going to go play golf with Bob. I just haven't had time. Here's a run to the near side. And
there we go.
here's the ball carrier, the quarterback, Shoemaker, and a couple Buccaneers there to make the stop. I can remember every time I look down for a number, I don't see it. I see 24. No, 24. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. Here from North Mason Phil Pugh Stadium. As you look over to the end zone, there's your final score. Leads 30-10. Bulldogs come away with the victory. Hey, for DJ Joe Frank, MK-Mac, reminding you the road to success.
Yes.
It was always under construction. We'll see you next week. It's the North Kitsap Vikings taking on the Olympic Trojans live from Integrity Stadium at Olympic.